for tuning in. Sorry for the interruption. It's what happens when you deal with technology and everything. Man, oh man, that stinks. This is part two for the live reaction. The original video is up. It was a technical difficulty and had to restart the stream and everything. So it's going to be a very interesting all right, I'm catching up to the where I last left off, which is the Swerve Strickland thing. So I am pretty much behind, but man, forgive me, guys. It's what happens with technology and internet and everything. So right now we got Swerve Strickland and man. Thank you guys. Whoever's tuning in. Oh man, this sucks. So we got Swerve Strickland and Jim Ross. He's basically talking about um, his match at All In with Bryan Danielson. All right, he's got FTR versus the Beast Mortals and Roderick Strong. Thank you guys for tuning in. I had some issues with the internet just stopping, like it just dropped. That's what happened to the original stream. So yeah, that's what happens with technology now. But we got right now. You got Orange Cassidy and FTR versus Roosh, Beast Mortals, and Roderick Strong. Yeah, man, it was freaking weird, man. Just a weird thing that happened. But man, thank you guys for tuning in. It's one of the things that happens when there's especially with the internet and everything. So yeah, I just fast forwarded through the Swerve Strickland thing, the interview. Five man, thank you for tuning in. Thumbs up and subscribe to the City of Wrestling. Ooh, what a drop kick. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch it because the way when my internet went down, it stopped right there, so I was a good ways behind everything that happened, and it's kind of weird watching something where you left off, and then you go back and or you go on Twitter and you're like they're ahead. So it's just one of those like, huh? It's one of those funky things. Mm. Man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. It's one of the most unpredictable things when it comes to um, when you live stream. And it's weird because it's happened to me before, but it paused. This time it just stopped and ended. It's like, huh? Like it's really weird, man. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch it and everything. Oh man, it's never a dull moment in wrestling and in the internet. So right now they're in picture. Man, I could go for some Burger King. Mm-mm. Jim Ross in the perfect role. That's Jim Ross being an interviewer. That's at this stage of his career, that would be ideal for him. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. So yeah, right now there's not a lot of news breaking. Man, Mortals is such a good wrestler, man. That guy is so damn good. Yeah, man. Jim Ross doing the commentary, man. That is some good stuff, man. It's good to see FTR back, man. They really need to start heating up their tag division. Since it's been reported that the Lucha Bros are leaving or heading to WWE. Damn, Dax Harwood, man, he's going, he is laying it in. Damn. Yeah, you know what? With FTR, they do look uh more fresh than how they looked before. Ooh, nice blind tag. Ooh, man, Bleach Mortals is a freaking beast. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the City of Wrestling. Forgive me, guys. I gotta send out because it uh so they're at commercial now and picture in picture. Damn it. Oh man. Thank you guys for being patient with me and everything. Man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Yes, again, I apologize for the outage and everything, but we're back up and running. Yes, I am back up and running. Right now, we got Beast Mortals, Roderick Strong, and Roosh versus FTR and Orange Cassidy. It is a this crowd has been pretty decent, man. Man, it's this is what I'm glad you brought this up. So this is the interesting. This is why anybody who's like, "Oh, AEW sucks," and I want them to go to business. This is the beautiful thing about having multiple options. Look at how Roderick Strong rejuvenated his career. In NXT, he was kind of like a bland wrestler, but here he's got personality. He's got all this wild stuff with the Undisputed Kingdom, and he's a personality. So it's fun. Uh-oh. Freshly squeezed. He's there. Let me see. I was a little bit behind. Oh, Adam. I thought Adam Cole was there. Man, you had me like, what the? Oh, thank you guys, man. You guys made my night tonight. Man, there's some good old wrestling here. Man, Rush is volatile, man. I hope they do, man. That would be so dope. Damn. Shatter Machine. Here we go. FTR. They win. Oh, FTR. Man, that's a interesting name. Uh-oh, here comes the Acclaimed. Oh, Man, are the Acclaim turning heel? Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh, they're brawling. Orange Cassidy's just. Ooh, I like this, man. I like this. Thank you guys for tuning in and rejoining after the outage and everything. Oh, he took their hat and Orange Cassidy's wearing it. Uh-oh, they're going back to Collision. So they're showing the incident between the Patriarchy, the Bullet Club, Gold, and the House of Black, which was pretty interesting. Uh-oh, here's everyone says that when if Shane McMahon goes to AEW, they want Christian to meet up with him or come out and say your father and just leave it at that. Oh, we're getting the House of Black versus the Bang Bang Gang. Winner faces the Patriarchy. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. I had to clean that camera. Okay, who the hell is he bringing in? What? He's the special referee? That man is going to screw them over. He is going to screw them over. He is going to screw those guys over, man. Poor guys. He is going to screw them over. Let's see what's happening in the world of wrestling. Oh, wait a minute. There is a casino god. I missed that. So let's see. Casino Gauntlet match for the guaranteed world title shot. That would. So we got. Would that be Wrestle Dream? Yeah, would that be Wrestle Dream? Here, I'm going to show it to you guys. There you guys can see it. There you go. Shout out the wrestling covers. So yeah, the Casino Gauntlet match for a guaranteed title shot. I would have to believe that's for. I would have to believe that is for Wrestle Dream. Or could it be Full Gear? Yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that. Could it be? I hope it's not for All Out. Unless, now I would be for it if it's for All Out, if it's a debuting wrestler. Actually, that would be dope if it's Ricochet. That would be dope. If Ricochet joins the gauntlet match. Man, I didn't think about that. That could be for Ricochet. Ooh, they're showing a highlight package of hologram. He's a man, he is a fun wrestler to watch. Oh, here comes Mercedes. It's gonna be a 2-on-1 match. It's gonna be quick. Jasmine Howe and Clara Carter. Oh my god. Oh, a brick house. Ah, nice. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Camille's, she's vicious. Damn. What a bomb. She's a beast, man. One, two, three. That was quick. Told you. All right, what's gonna happen here? Is Britt gonna show up? Omega Ricochet Gauntlet match. Yo, that'll be dope. I like that. Your CEO. Ooh. Oh. Boo. Man, Mercedes is annoying in a good way. Oh, here's Tony Schiavone. Oh, oh, she broke. Ooh. Ooh. DMD. Hey, pretty decent promo. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, safe, productive. I gotta delete that. Man, it has been an eventful night here at City of Wrestling. Um, there's never a dull moment in wrestling. Man, right now it's 86% yes, 14% no. Do you want Shane McMahon to join AEW? I keep telling people, man, don't underestimate the man, what the hell am I looking the word I'm looking for? The drawing power of Shane McMahon. I hope it just came to my mind. I hope those of you who are watching are not affected by the hurricane that's going on the East Coast. If you are, please shelter, stay safe, stay healthy. Don't want anything detrimental happen to you, but please stay safe and healthy for those of you affected by the hurricane. And I believe there was an earthquake in California. So yeah, if you're affected by that, please, I hope everything's going well for you and stay safe and stay healthy. Let's see. Oh man, that's yeah. Hope you guys stay safe and stay healthy. I drove through Virginia. Was it no West Virginia? The mountains coming from Chicago, and you go through that tunnel, and then when you come out, it's like holy crap, man! It's scary. Like if you're not familiar with that, it's very intimidating. It's like what the hell is this? Yeah, please stay safe and stay healthy. Oh man, it's been a freaking interesting night. I always say never and expect the unexpected. And well, the unexpected happened here. So it's very it's like holy crap. Yeah, so right now it's 88%. People want Shane McMahon to join AEW. There you go. It's I think the more people talk about it, the more like I mentioned earlier, if you go back and watch the promo or the interview with him and McFoley, Stone Cold, and Corey Graves, you'll be like, no, this guy's got something. So right now they're doing a recap of Collision between Claudio, Lee Moriarty, and Tomohiro Ishii. Oh, here we go. Face to face, Okada and Claudio. Meh. Uh-oh, here is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ah, this is gonna be the no holds. Man, how quick is this match gonna be? If wait a minute, did they say next week or tonight? What the hell? All right, we got Danielson versus Jeff Jarrett in an anything goes match. All right, this should be fun. I like it too, man. There's a lot of things that they should be doing. I've always told people that I think one of the things that all the drama that was happening in 2022 and 2023 really distract. Damn! Damn, Jeff Jarrett just hit Bryan Danielson with the freaking guitar during his entrance. But yeah, I think a lot of stuff that happened during those 2 years really distracted Tony Khan and just the creative team of really tapping into stuff that they should be doing. Even the merchandising, like they really have to step up their merchandising because there's a lot of missed opportunity as far as selling mask and like hologram. There's no mask. Man, is that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? Yeah, they're fighting through the crowd. This is getting I hope once they get the new deal, they can. Yeah, man, they need to do that because there's a lot of missed opportunities. And the thing is, what they need to also do, if you really think about it, and I mentioned this in a tweet, that they've gone away from having those cool shirts and merchandising. Like you got to get the people in there to get like, hey, let's change it up, let's modernize it, let's freshen it up. What was cool in 2019 isn't cool now. Damn, they're fighting in the concourse. So they gotta, really step up their game. Damn, Jarrett just threw. Damn, he's got the crowd there. Yeah, oh, see, this is cool. I like this. That's what an anything goes match is. It's a street fight. That's not gonna hurt. That's pretty flimsy right there. They're chanting "Holy crap!" and I'm not meaning that word, or I don't mean that word. Damn. Okay, that's. I don't know how much that's gonna hurt because those garbage cans are kind of hollow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've been saying that they need to do what the NWA was doing back in '89, where they interview people and the crowd was behind them in the arena. I wish they did more of that. Man, this is actually pretty damn cool. That's gonna hurt because he landed on that concrete, and that concrete does not give. No, it's hard steel, but it's the it's one of those garbage cans where you have the can inside and then outside is like when you take the garbage can out, it's just real hollow. Where if you land on it, like, oh, it's got a lot of like there's nothing in the middle. So it's like very bouncy. Because you've seen it when he hit it, he just bounced like it didn't like hit or anything, like it wasn't solid or anything like that. If it was solid, it's like, oh damn, that's gotta hurt. But you've seen it bounce like this, it's like, man. I mean, it's still gonna have an effect, but it's not gonna be uh I know. Ugh. But hey, he did a good job selling it. Because in spite you seeing it like this, he's it's like you gotta sell it. All right, they're wrestling back to the ring down the stairs. This is pretty cool, man. I like this match. I really like this match. Man, you know what? You are not the only one. I told people, I'm like, man, you'd be surprised. Jeff Jarrett's podcast is probably one of the best podcasts. Cause he's not what I like about it, he doesn't bury anybody. He's just like, hey, from like the past, like, hey, things happened, went down that way. But for the most part, anything new or modern, he does not uh like dog it, like just bury it and just like, oh, it's horrible, it's the worst thing ever. Like he'll offer his, it's like, well, it's modern, things change. I wish they would have done this, but hey, times change. Exactly, man. Like he keeps it in context and perspective, like, hey, you know, the wrestling business evolves with time. And like, hey, when I got in, the business evolved, farther than when it evolved differently from when my dad entered. So he has that mindset, which I wish more old school guys would have instead of, oh, it sucks, man. They don't know how to. It's like, come on, man. It's like those very same people that have those podcasts that criticize the current wrestlers were getting that same criticism back in the 90s. And they're like, no, we're changing the game. It's like, yes, 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 yes. But yeah, man, Jeff Jarrett's podcast, man, that's one of the best podcasts. I would say his Matt Hardy's podcast is really good. Tony Schiavone's podcast is really good. Trying to think of who else. I listened to a few of them. You know what? Shane Douglas has another good podcast. Man, Jeff Jarrett and these guys are going at it, man. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay. I thought it was this week, but they face off next week. Okay. Oh, damn. Well, Bryan Danielson drop kicked the guardrail. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, those are pretty good. I wish he would stick to just interviewing the wrestlers and stay off of Dynamite. That's something I wish he would do. Same here, man. I don't care too much for Jericho's in ring stuff. It's not. I don't know what it is. I think it's some way he thinks it's still 29 or 2020, 2021, and it's like, bruh, it ain't hitting. Like, just move to the side, let the other ones come and do their thing. Uh-oh, you got it trapped. Oh, his podcast, yeah, some of it, it's like, but even his like the in ring stuff is still like, it's like, like me personally, I wish we had a reunion of Big Bill and Enzo. Like those guys were hot in NXT. Oh my God, what a suplex by Danielson. Yo, he locked his legs into the ropes and hit a suplex. Man. Yeah, now I see why some people call him the GOAT. It's rightful. Ooh, yes. Oh, he missed. Uh-oh, figure four. AEW Underground is rocking. Hey, that would be dope. I'm gonna show you guys this uh okay. I like this. AEW Underground. That's if that's something that they would do, that's pretty dope. I kind of like that. I like it. Uh-oh. He hit the stroke. Here we go. One, two, kick out. Yeah, Danielson's done some stuff where it's just like, wow, it's amazing. Uh-oh. Damn, what a submission hold. He got him. He got him in that submission hold. I think that Casino Gauntlet match, I think that's how they debut Ricochet. Oh man, they're brawling. It's crazy to think that in 2024, Jeff Jarrett is main eventing a Dynamite in a compelling story. Damn, he hit him in the chair. Uh-oh. Damn. Psycho knee. Danielson wins. That was a pretty man. This whole show's been decent considering they had to deal with travel issues. All right, Jay Lethal and Karen Jarrett and Sonya A. Dudd are heading to the ring. All right, let's see what this is all about. All right, what's Steamboat doing? Where Yuta's coming out? All right, we got Yuta. Oh, damn, Jeff Jarrett's. Uh-oh, it's looking like behind his ear. Wow. I like this. Hey, Ricky Steamboat raises their hand. Something's gonna happen. Is somebody gonna turn on? Oh, swerve! 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 Here we go. All right, let's see what Swerve's got to say. Oh. All right, let's see. I think Danielson's winning the title. I think they're leaning into it. Damn. Damn, he just said if you feel like tired and your fingers tingling and everything, if Jeff Jarrett did that to you, what do you think is gonna happen when you wrestle me? Oh, he's gonna fight Yuta. He called him a warm up. Get you. Mm-mm-mm. Yep, that's it. Swerving. Yeah, the way he was talking and just kept on repeating, "You've never been world champ. You've never been world champ. You've never been world champ. You've never been world champ." That's usually a sign that hey, they're probably going to okay. Let's see what else is happening right now in the world of wrestling. Um, I missed the Hangman Page promo, but yeah, man, tonight's AEW Dynamite. I mean, this was a, in spite of what they had to deal with, I think that's one thing that kind of like I don't care too much for nowadays, and I guess that's more me being just a long time wrestling fan is just nitpicking and just taking things apart from a wrestling show when at the end of the day it's entertainment. Like we watch it to um escape. And of course, right now in the world, and more specifically in this country, things are pretty crazy. And at least for the time being, we could take our minds off of things and just enjoy the world of wrestling and everything, and just escape and everything. But yeah, this was an interesting show. Just to give you a recap, I'm trying to think of when did I lose. Yeah, it was a Swerve Strickland interview where I got disconnected from the first live stream. So yes, if you guys were tuning into the previous live stream, um, right around the Swerve Strickland interview mark, that's when my internet just went, and I had to restart and everything, and come back on a different feed and everything. So I apologize for that, guys. But man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in and everything. Man, submit your questions and everything. I'm going to stick around for a little bit longer because that was, I think it was about 10, 15 minutes that I was off and everything and had to restart and everything. But yeah, submit your questions and everything regarding AEW and just there's a lot of stuff happening in wrestling, man. Um, I'm really interested to see what's going to come out of All In and how All Out is going to be. That's going to be interesting. So it's like I always say, man, never say never, man. There's never a dull moment. MJF versus Kyle Fletcher was the first match. That was a solid match. Um, MJF busted Kyle Fletcher open, and yeah, he was going to finish him off, and Osprey came out, make the save. So that's just building up to their match and everything. I had no issue with that. It just made sense for them to build up their match and everything. Mariah May versus Viva Van, decent match. Tony Storm came out of nowhere. I love this feud because they keep the aggression and the sense of urgency for Tony Storm. Like she's the one who got turned, like she's the one that got betrayed. She should have so much um just frustration and anxiety, not anxiety, intensity, aggression, grit, and just feistiness to want to beat the hell out of Mariah May. And they're doing a terrific job of doing that. You had the Jack Perry vignette, which was interrupted by a Taco Bell commercial, then went back to the vignette, and then went back to the. I don't know. It's just one of those nights. Then you had a Darby Allin promo, um, Katsuyori Shibata and Bryan Keith. That was a solid match. Post match, Big Bill and uh, Bryan Keith and Jericho started attacking him. Hook returned and make the save. Then you had the Swerve Strickland interview. That interview, I got to go back and watch it because that's when the my internet acted up during that, and I had to reboot. So missed that. OC and FTR versus Beast Mortos, Roger Strong and Roosh. Decent match. FTR and Orange Cassidy won. Then they gave a recap of Collision with House of Black, Bang Bang Gang, and Patriarchy. Um, looks like, if I remember correctly, we're getting House of Black. And you know what? Let me Twitter it right now. Um, so yeah, guys, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the City of Wrestling. Let me see what we got here. Samoan Pride. Man, you know what? It's crazy because it's cool, man, because my I don't know how long you've been on, but yeah, my internet just uh it was weird. It's not hot in Chicago. It's decent weather. Everything's good, and it just went like the hell. It was just really weird and random, but you know what? It happens sometimes, especially with all this technology we got. Um, but yeah, man, I hope you and your family are doing well. I know you had um, a loss in the family. Grace, peace, and comfort to you guys. Um, hope you guys be strong and just take it one day at a time. Uh, okay, cool, man, cool. Let me see what the hell was the House of Black. Let me search Christian Cage that way I can. For those of you who didn't watch or watch me while I watch Dynamite. Okay, here we go. Christian Cage. This is from Wrestle Talk. Christian Cage has announced that the winners of the Bang Bang Gang versus House of Black will challenge the Patriarchy for the Trios Championship at All in London. Ooh, okay, that is interesting. Um, that's gonna be interesting. Let me see what else is happening in the world of wrestling. Um, don't see anything else yet. Damn, it looks like, man, could Hobbs be returning? Start praying to whatever higher power you believe in, because I know a lot of demons can summon any one of them. Ooh, that's intimidating, man. That's intimidating. Ooh. Let me see. Camille versus Mercedes, or Camille versus two uh women wrestlers. That's cool, man. I really appreciate it, man. That's what it's. That's the way it should be. Um, that's how most wrestling content should be. Um, two guy or two outlets that I really looked at that really, like, I really enjoyed, that took my mind off a lot of things that I was going through. Or actually three. I should say three. The first one, shout out to Brian Zane and Wrestling with Regret. Like, his videos, man, his commentary and everything, and we're roughly around the same age. And like his stuff that he goes back in like the 90s and stuff like that, and recaps in the 80s, like, it's so funny and entertaining. And um, I remember when I was um, preparing to get into social media consulting, like, I would watch his videos for like 4 or 5 hours because it was so entertaining. A lot of stuff that he was covering, I grew up on. So I'm like, oh man, this is so cool. And just the commentary was like, man, this is so funny because the stuff that he was saying was the stuff that I said back then, me and my cousins did. So he's one. What Culture, Simon Miller, um, Andy Murray, and oh man, I forgot the other guy's name with the glasses. Oh, I forgot his name. Forgive me. Those guys back then, same thing. And then, of course, in 2020, um, during the pandemic, Fightful, more specifically, like Sean Ross Sapp and Denise Salcedo for their Monday Night Raw reviews. Like, it was like, oh wow, this is pretty interesting. Like, man, let me check this out and everything. And really, those three really did something. So, man, I appreciate that. Takes your minds off of things. Yeah, I really don't. Um, I don't, because I've seen a lot of discourse on Twitter, um, definitely on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok. I don't care. I don't care too much of damn comments and YouTube on other videos. Because it's bots or just people just spamming and everything. But yeah, I don't subscribe to the whole bash content creators and bash wrestlers and wrestling companies and bash and tear down and all they're destroying, just bring people down and everything. Because I mean, let's face it, those of you who are watching, we already deal with that outside of watching wrestling. Like it's unfortunately it's something that's a part of our country that's unhealthy characteristic, and um, it doesn't. Nobody wants to be around an environment like that or be around people like that. Like it's like, man, this is like it's suffocating, and this is like So I just don't subscribe to that. Yeah, and Samoan Pride, you probably seen a few of them on my lives where I'm just like, oh, really? Oh, this, and I get them out there because I know you, Eric, and was it Darkson 965, and a few other people that usually comment and everything. Um, man, I forgot the guy's name from Scotland that tuned in for Raw I think it was last month. He was pretty cool. Um, and yeah, it's as long as you guys can have fun in the comment section, just comment like, man, wait, what do you think about this? And that's how wrestling should be. Like, man, what do you think this is gonna go? Where do you think it's gonna go? Like, oh man, this and you know, yeah, it's just yeah, I just don't like it. It's not fun. It takes away the fun of wrestling. It takes away the laughs. It takes away the oh man, that's cool. It takes away the oh man, I don't know who that wrestler is. Man, let me check out their matches. Like it takes away from that. And unfortunately, and it's not only wrestling, it's just life in general. And maybe it's just our society. We just got a lot of people that think they know everything and just want to display. And it's like, oh Lord, please do something else. But man, this is glad this is a place that you guys can escape to and everything. So let me see what else. Yeah, the Danielson Jarrett fight, man. That was, you know what? That's already two matches from Jeff Jarrett that exceeded my expectations. The first one was the Owen Hart tournament match between Hangman Page. I was like, hey man, this dude might actually win. Um, those matches are pretty cool. It's like, man, is he gonna win? But that one and then tonight's match was pretty cool. Them wrestling in the not the food court area, the freaking uh in the stands, and then through the what's it, the mezzanine side. I think that's what they call it. With the fans around it. I thought that was really cool. Um, it was a fun night. You can tell they did have some by the tone of it of Dynamite. It felt like they were dealing with travel issues and everything. Oh man, my throat is going. Oh, thank God I got a Halls here. Whew. Thank you, Lord. Found a cough drop. Nice. But yeah, you can tell that they dealt with some travel issues and everything. You can tell also that there's going to be another shift in AEW, whether it's the TV rights deal or new talent coming in and some talent, moving on to other promotions, especially with the news of the Lucha Bros. Uh, possibly, well, potentially going to WWE. Nothing's official yet, but it's most reports are saying that they're. Yeah, I'm good. I just my water went on. My throat was getting sore, but it's what happens. It's what Darcy 965 were talking about on uh the stream before everything went down. Um, yeah, I think there's gonna be some surprises. I honestly, man, you know what? Let me check the poll real quick. 12 volts, 75% say they want to see Shane McMahon join AEW. I mean, at first it was like, no, but now after a few weeks and once that picture releases, like, okay. I think it's only a matter of time before he joins. Um, I think it's not a matter of if, but when. Man, those chicken nuggets look good from Burger King. Man, that looks good. I might go to Burger King tomorrow. There's a Burger King by my house. I might actually go there. Oh, thanks, man. Man, I had it in this box for almost a year, and I've been contemplating, like, man, maybe I should take it out. I was like, no. Um, but yeah, it's yeah, I anticipate some changes happening in AEW. Good changes. I know a lot of people. I don't understand people like, oh, it doesn't feel the same like 2019. Nothing is the same since 2019. Nothing. The internet is not the same as it was in 2019. Our country is not the same as it was in 2019. Hell, most of us, our lives, and the people we interacted with aren't the same people we interacted with 5 years ago. What was popular then isn't popular now. Um, things change. Like I don't understand that mentality. Like, oh, it's just not the same. It doesn't. It's like it's supposed to evolve. Like it's. I don't get that, man. It's just really weird. Um, look at the streaming services, how they were in 2019 and how they are now. It's night and day. Um, so I mean, I do anticipate some more changes. Just like, whoa, I didn't expect that. You know, Many of you who watch this know I keep saying it every week. I tweet it. I say it on my TikTok stream. There's never a dull moment in pro wrestling, and never say never. Back before June, um, I remember with my guys on TikTok, I was like, man, you know what? I wonder if Seth or Drew McIntyre would go to WWE, and of course they signed extensions with WWE. But I don't think anybody thought that Shane McMahon would go to AEW. Like I don't think anybody thought he would have conversations with Tony Khan, and it's already happening. So, like I said, man, this year reminds me. The whole Shane McMahon thing reminds me of when Hogan left the WWF and went to WCW. And of course, the first part was like, yeah, Hogan. But then once the NWO came, it just changed everything. And um, I think that's what the Elite storyline needs. It needs an edge. It needs a grit. It needs stakes. And hopefully, the creative people they have there, uh, you know, get it in that direction. We'll see. Let me see what else is happening in the world of wrestling. Ooh, X-Men, nice. Let's see. Yeah, next week we got Okada and Claudio face to face. That should be good. Um, wow, this is a really good tweet from Andrew Badella. Go check out his work. Follow him on Twitter. He tweeted this: I won't be at all in. It's prices to get there right now, but I can tell you that the Swerve Danielson build and the match are enough to make me want to travel and cover the event. They are absolutely killing. I have to agree. Let's see what else other people tweeted in the world of professional wrestling. Ooh, that's nice artwork. That's really nice artwork. Um, Oh, wait a minute. Holy crap. So Kota Ibushi tweeted this. I want you guys to see this because it looks like we could be getting Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega returning. Forgive me, guys. I don't know why that phone does that. All right, I want you to read this comment. So he's done with AEW. No, my home is AEW. We'll see a full comeback with Kenny. Oh, oh. Oh boy, that is Kota Ibushi. Oh man, that's interesting. And that's, you know what, I now that I have the time, I want to give you guys a heads up. And some of you who watch my podcast, you know, like I've mentioned before, I've been a long time wrestling fan since 1984. Um, a lot of times, especially the way the news is reported, and this isn't a shot at the wrestling media and everything. Hopefully, I'll make a video for YouTube that I did for TikTok breaking down wrestling media, wrestling aggregators, and dirt sheets because a lot of people lump them all together. No, they're this day and age, there's a big difference. Um, but like again, with the news of the Lucha Bros leaving, it's like, oh man, what's going to be a tag team that takes their spot? We could get the Golden Lovers taking the spot of the Lucha Bros, which Kenny Omega going in the tag division isn't a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. So that's going to be interesting when they come back. So yeah, like I said, man, a lot of times when we get news about a departure or something like that, like, oh man, it sucks. We don't know what plans that company has prepared for that talent leaving or coming in. For all we know, again, the Lucha Bros going to WWE. Like for me, I don't care. Hey, man, they did all they could, and I shouldn't say they did all they could. They accomplished everything they could in AEW. Maybe they could have got a run with a single. Penta could have got a run with the singles, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But um, they've been there for 5 years. Like, what else is there for them to do in AEW where it isn't repetitive or um their stock drops as far as an attraction. You're just like, oh man, what? And oh man, this is funny. Um, what else is there for them? So it's the logical thing is like, hey, go to the next, go to WWE, get the bag, sell a ton of freaking merchant. They're gonna sell a ton of merchandise. And then just enjoy the ride and everything. So, you know, them possibly going to WWE's there, but then seeing this Kota Ibushi tweet, hell, we get the Golden Lovers in AEW. Okay. Also, there's talk that Bobby Lashley and MVP are heading to AEW. That's interesting. Um, Even Shelton Benjamin. Okay, Benjamin and Bobby Lashley in the tag division. Okay, AEW really hasn't had powerhouses in the tag division. Um, then you have who you got? Tip of the tongue. Um, what's the other tag team? I know the Grizzly Young Vex. They were in negotiations, and Sean Ross Sapp reported on his the Wednesday podcast um, that they were far apart as far as money. So hopefully they come. Hopefully they come to an agreement because I would love to see the Grizzly Young Vets in AEW. Then of course you got the Shane news. So it's like everything like there's a loss, but then there's a gain. And I think that's the beautiful thing about wrestling, that there's always going to be a loss or gain. Is you just don't want so many losses and little gain. You want to have that balance. And I think that's cool. And of course, here's the other thing. We're in August. By December, November, December, Kevin Owens' contract is up. Could he make the jump to AEW? That's something to think about. Um, I think it's a really cool thing. And for those of you who are younger fans, like, oh man, this is crazy. This is this. Like I said, man, earlier on the original live stream before the feed cut or the internet went out, um, I've seen wrestlers go back and forth in the 80s. I've seen wrestlers go back and forth in the 90s, uh, 2000s. WWE dominated everything, so you really didn't see wrestlers go back and forth. You just seen wrestlers stay, go away for a while, then come back. 2010s, uh, up until 2018, when All In happened, and then AEW started. So you're talking about 8 years within the 2010s, where it was just again WWE was the only one, and guys came, and then they stayed at home for a little bit, and they came back. Um, and now in 2020, 2020s, we're just getting guys going back and forth, and that's the fun thing about it, man. And I wish more fans would appreciate, instead of like having this my team's winning, your team's like, damn, companies don't own you. This isn't like what. Um, it's a fun thing. And you get these matches like, ooh, I like to see this person. Ooh, I like to see that. Ooh, I like to see this. And it's fun. It's really fun. Um, I'll tell you a quick story, guys. Um, I remember, so give you guys some context. So in 1988, when Ted Turner bought Jim Crockett Promotion and turned into WCW, they were hot, man. They were a legitimate rival to WCW. And I would say that was pretty much second to when WCW had the NWO. Like, they were hot. Like the Horsemen, Road Warriors, Sting, Luger, Nikita. Trying to think of who else they had in the undercard. You had Dr. Death, Steve Williams, Michael Hayes. Like, man, that roster was deep. But then uh, I forgot, the president stepped down, and then you had Jim Herd, and man, I kid you not, within from 88 to 90, WCW lost Ric Flair, the Road Warriors, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, Ronnie Garvin. I know I'm missing somebody else. Terry Taylor, the Big Boss Man, who was um, Big Bubba Rogers for the Midnight Express. He left. Um, Man, I know I'm forgetting somebody else. Um, Dusty Rhodes. They all left, and then like around 91, Flair came back, Dusty came back, Arn was already back. Um, Barry Windham was already back. Who else? Ronnie Garvin, I think he retired. Yeah, I think he retired. Um, so you had that, and it was a fun time. It was like, oh my god, they're here, they're there. Like, me as a kid, like, I liked it when the NWA guys went to WWF, because the NWA didn't have action figures, and as a kid, I was collecting those LJN figures, and I'm like, oh damn, cool. I'm gonna get an LJN figure of this wrestler. Oh, cool. Like, nice. And that's why I liked it, because I was gonna get a wrestling figure. Like, that was a cool thing about me. Um, and then of course, in the Monday Night Wars, um, I'll never forget it, man. Like, granted, nowadays, I don't care too much for Hulk Hogan, but in 94, when he had Thunder in Paradise, to give you guys context, it was airing on TNT. Um, he had no affiliation to WCW, but then I think it was Pro Wrestling Illustrated. They reported, like, could Hulk Hogan go to WCW? And it was on the magazine. It was like, Hogan WCW. Like, what? Nah, he ain't gonna go there. Like, and the reputation of WCW back then was just, of course, the WWE documentaries are like, oh, from a fan's perspective, it was like going from the Yankees to, oh man, I don't want to say the Oakland A's, but it was like going from the Yankees to like an below average team. It was just like that was like the the gap between WWE and WCW. And it was like, why would he go there? Like there's gritty, they're more physical. Like why would he go there? And sure enough, that was April of '94. As the months went on, the rumors got stronger. And then the telltale sign Hogan was going to go to WCW. His show, Thunder in Paradise, you started seeing guys who were in WCW show up. And the one guy you saw show up on his show, and it's like, he's going to WCW, was Sting. Sting was a reoccurring character on his show, Thunder in Paradise. Is like, Hogan's going to WCW. And of course, in July, he had the parade and everything. And they, he went there. And then that fall, winter, Macho Man showed up. And Mean Gene and Bobby Heenan were already there. So it was just like all these guys from WWF that you thought would never go there that were in WrestleMania. I always use this like in WrestleMania 6 in the Sky Dome. There's about 8 to 12 wrestlers that back then you're like, they'll never go to WC. That WCW is like so not even second rate, like fifth rate. And they jumped and it was like, whoa, this is weird. Like what? Then of course, a year later you get Nitro, first episode, Luger comes out. I remember how that went down. Nobody knew. It was like, yo, Luger's like what? Luger's here. And a lot of people tuned in the next week because, like, hey, who else is going to show up? Like, who else is going to come out and everything? And of course, fast forward to, um, was you had the Road Warriors show up at Clash of the Champions. Then you had Mark Merrill go to WCW. Then you had Vader, who was there in WCW a week before Nitro aired, got fired, went to Japan, then debuted at the Royal Rumble. Was like, Vader's in WWF? Like, what? Then you had the debut of Goldust, and it took me a while to figure out who was Goldust. I'm like, man, why does man, this character, like, man, this guy sounds like I know this guy. And it wasn't until I clicked, it was like, wait a minute, that's Dustin Rhodes? Like, what? And then, of course, when the Ringmaster came out, he didn't have the goatee, he had the buzz cut. And I'm like, man, this guy looks familiar. Like, who the hell? And then when they said Steve Austin, I'm like, wait a minute, stunning Steve Austin is in WWF? Like, what? Um, so that was the cool thing back in the '90s, and then of course when the NWO showed up, it just everything just went wild. But yeah, we're in that period now, man, and I recommend you fans like enjoy it, man. It's fun. It's fun. Like, oh my god, this guy's showing up. It's gonna be fun, and hopefully um the wrestlers enjoy it. Hopefully the PR people enjoy it and just go for the ride and just take things for what it is and just have fun with it. And the only downside to that Monday Night War, because like it was so popular that Monday Night Football had to change their strategy and the games that they were putting. Like they had to put more competitive games on to get half, if not the exact same rating. And I'll put it to you this way: Monday WCW Nitro and Raw were averaging a combined 10 million viewers. That's insane to think about. Actually, no, not 10 million. I was more along the lines of 6 to 8 million people were watching Monday Night Raw and Nitro every Monday. Um, so I mean, back then, a lot of people were like, "Man, it's got to lead to a WWF WCW pay per view." You know, Goldberg versus Austin, Rock versus Ric Flair, Sting versus Taker, Hogan versus Austin, or Goldberg versus Austin, Bret Hart. Um, I forgot who it was. The Outsiders versus DX. That whole like just all these dream matches, and of course, it never happened. You got Invasion, but that wasn't too much. So, um, but it was fun times, man. It was fun times, and hopefully we get some fun times coming soon this year, going into next year. Um, Man, let me see that poll. Oh wow, okay, 75% say yes. They want to see Shane McMahon join AEW. It's growing. So man, I think that would be wild if Shane McMahon showed up. I think he's showing up, but just the visual of seeing him in AEW. Like it's one of those things like you got like did we open up another port? Like did we open up a portal or something like that that we don't know? Like this is wild. But man, it is what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um, Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the City of Wrestling. That way you're notified when the City of Wrestling goes live, drops its latest content, and also post the latest news and professional wrestling in the community section. So go to the community section and scroll down. I post the latest wrestling news and probably I'll have a few polls or what have you, and of course the shows and everything. So um, it is what it is, man. It's been a long day for me, but man, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the love, support, and just you allowing me to interact with you and share my fandom of professional wrestling and allowing this to be a form of escapism. You and I appreciate you guys for taking time out of your evening to join me and watch whether it's Dynamite, Raw. I might do a SmackDown this Friday because I do have a special event or a family function to go to on Saturday. So, um, but man, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe evening. Those of you who are in the East Coast, please stay safe from the hurricane. Those of you on the West Coast, please stay safe. You know, there's been a few um, uh, earthquakes, and everyone else, please stay safe, stay healthy. Um, Enjoy professional wrestling, enjoy your loved ones, do good, speak good, live good, and just be kind to one another, man. A lot of people are going through things and just be there for one another. But man, thank you guys so much. Like I always say, there's never a dull moment in the world of professional wrestling, and never say never. So until next time, I'm out.